Hey everyone, we are back. We're back, and thank you one more time for joining me here today on this seldom. Obviously, everybody's talking about the big news, right? And how we must stand for something, right? And how unfair right now. I can't avoid the fact that it's a lot of unfair things going on in the world and in the country itself, and speechless. What can I say? Speechless. But faith and hope still have to move on. We have to still have that belief that we need to change things, right? And starts with us as individuals, and still believe that there's a good out there, and there's still good people and human beings out there, right? It's easy to lose sight of the fact that that there's still good people out there. Unfortunately, we've keep on hearing about the unfortunately the bad apples, but we cannot start judging that everybody's like that and every individual's like that. And it is an unfair world that we live in, but at the same time, we must, like I always say, we must try to believe that we are the ones in control of our own destiny. Excuse me. That being said, just have some thoughts today. If you follow me here on my videos on a daily basis, that I'm trying to post here every day. I've been listening a lot to Wayne Dyer. If you ever hear me, I'm a big fan of Wayne Dyer, and excuse me for my crazy hair, but he's always talking about how we can make our own, I would say, our own reality, right? Whatever has happened right now in the world is going crazy. We can kind of get overwhelmed. I know for me, I try not to watch so much news. There's so many things going on. The pandemic, the injustice, the racism, the what else? If it's not the economy, if it's not unemployment, all these things that are happening that are not really, obviously, good news, right? And he states that in the world that we live in, it's a very everything that happens where has to happen at a certain time for a certain reason. And maybe there's some truth to that. Maybe we need these things to happen to wake us up, to get us to understand that we might think everything's back to normal, everything's okay, and that our world it's getting better, and our society has gotten a lot better. And as we see that there's a lot of things that are still living in the past, right? We're not moving forward. We think they are, but they're still stuck in maybe 100 years back. And in technology and revolutionary wise, we advanced, but in ideologies and rights and humane, I would say humane rights, right? We're still left behind. We're still in a lot, you know. We're living in a prehistoric time when it comes to that. But he always talks about how that where you are at this moment, wherever we at, is a perfect moment. It's where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be doing, whether we don't agree with that or not. It's whether we agree with it or not. It's on purpose. Everything happens for a purpose. And there's sad stories, there's bad stories, there's tough stories. There's you know murders and killings and stories that we don't even believe ourselves. But he states that there's a reason for that. There's a reason behind these things, and it's just up for us not to understand it, but to believe that there's a purpose for it. So maybe these stories that I'm seeing, right, the Breonna Taylor cases, the Floyd cases, all these cases that we're seeing that are obviously injustice, the pandemic where the virus is killing our economies, maybe they're here to force a change in all of us, including from the higher ups, right, to us as we live our lives, right? We tend to, I know for me, we had Monday to Friday busy through, go to work, come home, tired, kids, homework, bed, weekend, chores, back on the grind on Monday. So I think now you have time to sit down, contemplate. For me, parents that I can relate, homeschooling. We're doing, basically we have to. I know for me, if you have a first grader or anybody, I think from first grader to, from pre-K obviously, but kindergartens to like third or fourth grade, they need your help. They need you to be there for them. So basically, it's like you're in school with them for the first couple of hours of the day. And for me, is I've realized to be more grateful for it. As tough as it is, learning with a first grader, and having a first grader that my daughter is very very, well, very, she's not a favorite of school, can be challenging. But at the same time, I realized that I gotta start looking at it, changing my perspective, and being more grateful for it, and understanding that I get to do this. I get to spend time with her. I get to have her learn, teach her, in my way. Nowhere near as our teachers that we have here. That I am in so much respect to teachers after been doing this remote, and seeing how tough, difficult a task it is to teach your own kid. Imagine a kid that's not yours, or any type of kid that's not, that's a stranger, obviously, and doing that on an everyday basis for years, and being able to apply a system, or apply a routine that has kids grasp and learn this material. Sees, lets me think about when I was younger. How was anybody able to teach me how to read and how to write, which are basics right for life, right? Reading, writing, and math. Obviously, these are the things that we use every single day, whether we like it or not, and it help us communicate with the world. And I would say, for me, it's just changing your perspective in anything you're doing right now in this situation. And maybe you don't like it, maybe you're having a tough time, and it's challenging. And just changing the perspective that we actually get to do this. We actually get to go through these challenging times, and learn. We're gonna, if anything, we're gonna learn skills. I know for me, I'm learning patience. Even though I thought I had patience, but I'm definitely being tested. Patience. Also, just learning how to, ability to not force, but at the same time, ease. Have ease with her, but not force her. Like, it's like the middle ground, right? And obviously, none of us like to be forced to do anything we don't want to do. So it's like that game of understanding when to let her know that it has to be done, and then when she can relax, and give and take, right? We have to give to take back, or and give them something as well, right? And have them entertain at the same time, having fun and learning. So trying to learn with that and trying to process that is not easy for us parents right now with kids at home. So I think even just that, and anything that's going on right now with the world, with this pandemic, whether it's the racial injustice, the obviously the criminal injustice, right? The system itself, right? All these things that are happening right now, maybe it is what we need at this moment. It is perfect timing to use our voices with the technology we have nowadays. With, if you have a camera, if you have a phone, you can go on and talk about all our, perspectives, and what is wrong, and what needs to be addressed, and what needs to be changed, and collectively come to agreements to obviously have a difference of opinions, but see what the bigger picture is, and being able to agree on that, and help society move forward and be a better society. At the end of the day, it's not gonna be perfect, but just be a better, more, I would say, fair. Even though the life, as they say, is not fair, but be more fair to everyone, not just one particular group. The pandemic as well, the economies, all these things is teaching us how to innovate, how to be more tech savvy, use our gadgets more effectively. We have all these gadgets around us. We never really use them, I think, to the max potential, but now we're forced to use them because we can't be in person in certain situations. Now we have to be remote, so we're learning on our function, or functioning on our gadgets. We're learning, we're entertaining ourselves, we are working out of our tablets and computers and phones. So we're basically, letting the technology help us in a better way. And we used to complain all the time how technology or phones are really bad for us and all these things. Yes, everything has a limit, but think about it right now. Because of our gadgets, because of our internet, because of our ability to connect with others via social media, or via just internet-wise, Wi-Fi-wise, how essential these things are right now, right? How they're keeping us afloat in a sense. Like, we're still able to live, because I might not have to be in the same room as you in order to talk to you right now. We can share our thoughts and through this media right here, right, through YouTube, through any platform. You got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever platform we use. These are our avenues at the moment, and whether we like them or not, they are keeping us connected somehow, some way. It might not be as personal. We might not feel that personal touch like we say, but think about it. How fortunate we are. How grateful it is. How grateful I am to be able to jump on a video and post it on the internet and have people watch it. Right. These are things we take for granted. And tonight, let's be a little more grateful, and let's hope that what is happening right now is needed, and it will create some type of change as a society as a whole in all aspects. So these are my 2 cents today, and I'll see you guys. Have a good night. Peace.